that is the furnace where the coffins would go. Hi guys, and welcome back. So today we're in Bristol. We're in Arnos Vale Cemetery, and this place is huge, so I'll tell you a little bit about it and we'll take a walk around. Arnos Vale here in Bristol, England was established in 1837. Its first burial was 1839. The cemetery followed a joint stock model funded by shareholders. It was laid out in an Arcadian landscape with buildings by Charles Underwood. Most of its area is listed Grade 2 on the Register of Historic Parks and Gardens of a Special Historic Interest in England. Right, so let's take a walk. This is a beautiful structure. So I'm probably going to pronounce his name wrong. It's Raja Ram Mohan Roy, born in 1772. He died in 1833. This memorial of Bengal native Raja Ram. So he was a social reformer, religious thinker and activist. He fought for women's rights, religious reform, children's education. He was intelligent and he spoke several languages. This allowed him to write pamphlets and newspaper articles to share his activism worldwide. Now what's interesting on this is the date on the grave marker is actually incorrect. So he died in 1833 and was born in 1772. And that is absolutely stunning. Now, just before Raja Ram, we have this beautiful one here. Sacred to the memory of Emily Mary, the only beloved daughter of Edwin Redding and Mary and his wife, who died the 27th of May 1869, aged just 10. And I'll zoom in there. Beautiful. And then that amazing monument just there. I love the colour of the stone. Raja Ram. We have an angel here, Alfred William Beasley Brooks. He passed away in 1927. A beautiful angel. Lovely urn here under the trees. Look at this. Wow. We have a bird feeding her babies. Somebody has left a little dog, maybe they lost it. We have the urn. I think it's Jose, maybe Jose B. Williams maybe, but everything else is completely gone, but that is really, really nice. So we have some beautiful monuments. Just there in the back, I see Elizabeth. (1908), I believe, age 69. It's gorgeous. Hello. Hi. I don't think we'll be able to read this one. That monument there is completely weather worn as well. It's like it's almost dissolved over time. Wow, a fantastic urn just there. The memory of Mary, wife of Augustus Phillips, 1860, aged 45, also of Bessie Birch, second wife of the above named Augustus, who died 1865, aged 26. So both wives of Augustus are here. This is another one that almost looks like it's dissolved completely. It's 1861. Amelia Eliza. Kind of haunting looking that these have all dissolved like this. Alright, so what I'll do is I will stop from time to time and kind of start up again, because I know this place is huge, as we said. I think that might be the chapel. It says there's a wedding taking place, so hence all the cars. So I think we'll walk up along this way and have a look. We've all these little areas, some on paths and some kind of just off into the wooded areas. So I think we'll take a walk up along here maybe. Now you can see a lot of these are completely overgrown. Lovely obelisk there hiding under the trees. With more in there. Oh wow, look at this in here. Sacred to the memory of Thomas Gad Matthews of this city, merchant, who died the 23rd of June 1860, aged 59, also of Mary, widow of the above, who died 1864, aged 50. So she passed 4 years after her husband. And that is stunning. And we have beautiful rails all around the base of it. In quite a serene place. Right, let's see what else we can find. Make our way out through the long grass and briars. Oh, look at that. This actually says here, Mary Carpenter, 1807 to 1877, social reformer in education and prisons, campaigner of the poor woman and children in Britain and India. Wow, Mary Carpenter. But you can see that It goes right up through the woods there. And you can probably hear all the sirens there in the background. We're in Bristol, as I said, and it's actually beautiful. Bristol is stunning. So it's all interesting to see, you know, what we can find off the main pathways. Charles Winters of Ashgrove in the parish of Stapleton, 1804. Born in 1804, and died April 1870. We have some tombs, wow, some even in here, like, some have damage done to them. We have a beautiful one in there, if I can maybe zoom in. Just in there. Can't see, I can see in 1826 alright, but unfortunately nothing else, and there's no way of me getting in there. So you can see a lot of damage done to these ones. Wow, look at that. Harriet Harley of Tudor, it looks like, 1873 possibly there. Has beautiful designs on the base. So I wonder, are these all like crypts maybe? Probably are. Another beautiful cross there. It's like lilies all around it. Somebody has left, I don't know what that is, a little stone, is it? With a decoration on it. The sun is out and it is very warm. Just look at all of this. Mattress, it looks like the surname 1857. Very hard to read it at that angle, but it is a nice design. It would have had rails there going around it. We've some even right up at the very top, the whole way down. Entrance to Mr. Mr. Roger's vault, it looks like. And then above it we have the urn. It says also of William, their eldest son, who is interred beneath, who died December 1871, aged 46. And I see a William Rogers there, 1859. Also Harriet, his wife. But look at that, that is beautiful. Another beautiful monument here. This one has cherub faces around the top of it. There's a scroll there, but I think I see 1923 there. Just so hard to read these ones. That blue sky. To the memory of Selina Matilda, youngest daughter of Edward and Mary Russell, who departed this life 1854, aged 34 it looks like. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look at that one. Let's see if we can get around that way. Just look at those urns, they're always really, really beautiful. Elizabeth, Mary, 1842. You can just imagine how many is actually underneath all those briars there. We have another beautiful one there, but we won't be getting in to read that one. Right, I'm curious to have a look at this one. It's like it's a broken column from what I can see, and like a willow tree over it. Memory of Thomas Lewis, 18 something, I'm just not sure. The writing is almost gone completely. But it is a beautiful memorial there. I don't think we can go any further down there, but you can even see headstones here. Loads and loads of blackberries, loads of them. Wow, look at this. Wow, look at this one. I don't know what that is. It's like a heavy plastic, see-through urn. Seeking inspiration. It says, select a stone that represents how you wish to discover Arnos Vale today. Then place the stone in the urn. Well, we don't have any stones in there. So people are filling the urn with stones. That is a very unique. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. But what happens when the urn is full like it is? Do they take it off and replace it? But that is beautiful. I mean, first I did think it was a headstone, but it's a beautiful idea. So it's kind of hard to know where to go. There's so many of these different paths. A nice statue here as well. Sacred and affectionate memory of my beloved husband, Edward Stone Coleman, 1851. Sorry, who was born Christmas Day, 1851, and peacefully passed away December the 6th, 1892. Wow. She is beautiful. So as you can see, it is very windy, but it is in fact quite warm. Now, Grave Visitations is in here today as well. So you're going to get the best of both sides. So we're going to follow on this path. So I've just happened on this one. This is Samuel Stutchbury, 1798 to 1859. He was a pathologist and he identified Bristol's dinosaur. And he was also a mineralogist who mapped eastern Australia. Now, the name of the dinosaur that this man identified is a Pterodontosaurus. I have probably completely pronounced that wrong, but please forgive me. And that is his beautiful headstone. There's also a Louisa Gertrude here as well. So very, very interesting. And we've lots of writing just here. So Samuel Stutchbury. Okay, let's keep going. Right, I've spotted this one now as well. So I've had to climb up the bank. So this is William Budd, 1811 to 1880, physician. Pioneer in the study of infectious diseases. Wow. So William Budd. So it's nice that they have directed you to these headstones to point them out to you. Right, we found another path. Oh, look at this one. Won't be reading anything on it, but those beautiful rails are the best. Just beautiful. And you can just take a look at all of those headstones there. Quite amazing. This is an unusual one as well. Don't see any writing on this one. No. Another beautiful one. We have a huge memorial here. Also in sweet remembrance of Eliza, the dearly loved wife of Richard Henry Lambert. She fell asleep on the 8th of October 1877 in her 56th year of age. There's Edward Goodman here as well. He was 21 when he died in 1861. There's also Richard Henry Lambert, fifth son of the late Richard Lambert, 1880, age 73. A huge obelisk. Wow, look at that. And I wonder, is it a crypt just below there? I see Emma, last surviving daughter of the before named William Orchard and Anne Geyer, 1824, and died December 1906 in loving memory of George Wright, youngest and last surviving son of William Orchard and Anne, 1907, in ever loving memory of George William Sanders, beloved younger son of George Wright. The date then at the bottom is too hard to read. Just here we have a tomb. It says Charles Bowles Fripp, businessman and director of the Bristol General Cemetery Company, 1805 to 1849. Okay, let's come on. We'll just keep walking, I think, and see what we find. This is another beautiful headstone. You can see like the weeping branches of the tree at the top. Absolutely gorgeous. The sun is so bright. Louise, a second and beloved daughter of John Gilbert, 1856. There's Sarah as well. But that is a beautiful headstone. We've more rails then just here beside this one. Stunning. This really is like a garden of dead. I mean, you can see the trees have completely taken over really, and nature. And you know, I like that, and I know people will start to comment, oh, it's unkept, it's not cared for, but I kind of like this. Sacred to the memory of James, younger son of George. He was only 24 when he died in 1856. Also of Anne, wife of the aforesaid George, aged 58 when she passed in 1857, and George himself, 1859, aged 63. Their eldest son is actually here as well, and he passed in 1859, aged just 37. So you see they are taking down some of the trees. This is a beautiful tomb, completely covered in moss. Can't even read the writing there. A little cross, no writing there either. Ernest Alfred Harris just there with the dove, 1886. We've lots of these tombs here. I wonder, are they, I can see that they have been cutting stuff, but was it really overgrown before the start of this, or, beautiful cross here. And it's like a stag, maybe that's the family crest. Looks like Eliza, 1871. More beautiful rails. And this urn then in behind the trees. This is Joseph Miller, husband and father, 1869 I believe, and also Elizabeth, his wife, is there, 1873. Right, so we've just made our way up this steep hill, out of breath, and we're right up at the top, overlooking this beautiful cemetery. We even have headstones just all in there. Wow, look at the size of that one. Wow, that is huge. That is amazing. Okay, it says warning, hazardous area, but it does say that we can come in. A beloved husband and father, Lionel, Jeremiah, Olive Esquire, 1865 there. Wow, there's a huge urn right in the middle of that, just there. And in fact I can see, and I don't want to get too close, like a kind of a pink granite or a marble colour headstone there, but just here it says entrance to L. J. Olive Esquire, 1865, so obviously it's a crypt there. Looks like Alfred, 18 something, the lead letters have fallen apart. That's the entrance to his crypt there on the ground. With more amazing tombs. Lots of people are walking their dogs around here. Wow, look at this. This is completely covered in moss. I do see August. George something. Unable to read it. So we've lots of broken headstones and tombs here. Well, I'm not sure what that was. You can see it's like a built up area, but all broken. There looks like there was a rail around it, so maybe a crypt, but it's pretty badly damaged. Huge obelisk here. 1903, Mary Ann and a John someone, I can't, Stroud maybe, and it looks like 1881 there. Wow, we've another one really badly damaged as well. It's like it's just all the brickwork has fallen down. Yeah, it goes down pretty far. And this wall here. This one looks like it's ready just to crumble, doesn't it? Looks like it's ready just to fall. I mean, there's nothing left under here. Few bottles. Don't even know what those bottles are. Don't know whether they're beer or what they are, but that certainly looks like it's just ready to fall right down, and if it does, it's gone. It will go all the way down there. Now, does this come to an end? We just have to be careful. There's this little tiny pathway through. Some headstones here, but their inscriptions are facing forward, so I'm not going to be able to read them. Hopefully we can continue on here and get back out onto a better path. Just watching where my feet are going and taking off the brambles as to stick to my clothing. Okay, so we're out, I think, on a better pathway. Well, we've just so many of them. I won't even be able to get up to any of those. This one here has like green stones on it. Some nice designs. I see a Betty Brooks, only 2007, so not that awful long ago. Wow. Right, we're going to continue up this way. I love the sounds of the crunching stones, and it's actually so much easier to walk on than kind of the hard pathways. No writing on that one either. Wow, look at all of this under all this growth. This is crazy. Oh wow, that one has just a huge hole right down through it. Let's take a little look. I'll put you out on the extender. Now, I don't know how far that goes, or even if, you know, there's anything that is down there. I'm just giving you an idea of how deep these tombs go. It's a beautiful tomb. We've another huge one right behind it then. So we walked some of the way up there, up the very, very, very top. We've headstones, and some of them are falling down. So you can just imagine the damage that's going to happen if they do eventually fall. Wow, in loving memory of Joseph Weston, KNTMP, who died March 1895. That is a beautiful cross. All those Celtic designs there. It's the first I've found in here. There's also a Victoria Alice here as well. Once again, giving you an idea of just how large the area is. I mean, there's no way we're going to cover it. I'm hoping grave visitations will do completely different things to me, because we did split up at the start and we went separate ways, but it happens a lot that we kind of are intrigued by similar things. Now, this is just interesting. A growing challenge. More than 175 years since Arnos Vale opened, we face a number of challenges to care for the landscape. It costs more than £100,000 a year to manage the landscape. Nature never rests, and it is constantly trying to recapture the cemetery. Ivy creeps up gravestones, providing valuable habitat and food for wildlife. The Victorians bought family graves for 125 years or more, with little thought about who would pay for their future upkeep. Thousands of family graves have been effectively abandoned over the past 50 years, providing no source of income for our charity. So that is unfortunately what happens, and we've seen it so many times. It just is not enough money for the upkeep, and hence, once the family stops coming, you know, who looks after them? Actually, I'm going to turn around because there is an interesting one just here on the corner. To me, it almost looked like a little house. Martha, unsure of the rest of it, unfortunately. It is completely kind of like a green mossy colour to it now, which is actually quite pretty, but that tree has grown up right at it. So it's like we're back in the woods section again, with a nice pathway through it. So it's volunteers that look after this place. So you can make a donation, I presume, online. I didn't see anything when we came in. Maybe there is a little box where we can donate something on our way back out. And I'll certainly do that. So we've all, look at this. Sure, how could you, you know, you can't imagine how hard it is for these people to maintain this area. Like all the trees, you can see all the trees that they have cut down. Hundreds. And then I suppose trees over time will fall, storms will happen, things get damaged. And I think they're doing a remarkable job here. I really do. I mean, we're only seeing part of this, as I explained. I've just spotted this one, it has an anchor on it. Herr Heivler, Norsk Sloman, Salve Lislevand, 1894 to 1943, the 7th of the 3rd, 1894 to the 22nd of the 11th, 1943. Fornage at the bottom. I have probably butchered that pronunciation, so I really do apologise. And Fornage at the bottom there, it says 1939 to 1945. I'm not sure whether that's German or Dutch, or, you know, so you can comment below and let me know. So I'm going to read this. Happy are those who see beauty in hidden places where others see none. Now that is a beautiful saying, and is it just a monument? Is it a headstone? I'm not sure. There's nothing else there that I can see, but beautiful words. Once again, guys, just showing you how many headstones are here. It's just amazing, like so many. And all around the area are these trees that have been cut down, trying to maintain the areas. All there in the background. It says Egypt on the top of this. Private L. Sampson, Gloucestershire Regiment, 23rd of March 1917, aged just 18. Now that's the first of its kind that I have seen. TR7 6868, Private L. Sampson. Rest in peace. And yet more of these pathways and these hidden beautiful headstones and monuments. In loving memory of Raj Samuel, the beloved husband of Florence, who passed away 1925, aged 58. Only good night, beloved, not farewell, worthy of everlasting remembrance. Also his son Albert John, 1951, aged 41, peace. Also of the above Florence, 1952, aged 68 years, reunited. Ernest Scott, beloved youngest son of Frank and Annie, who fell asleep 1917, aged just 10. 10 years and 10 months, safe in the arms of Jesus. Also of his aunt, Alice M. Rogers, passed away 1952, aged 80, at rest. Frank, who passed to higher service 1958, aged 85, and also Annie, wife and mother of the above, who joined her loved ones in Christ, August 1960, aged 86. And you can see a crown there at the top of the headstone. We have a couple of these war graves here actually as well. T. Bridges, Royal Flying Corps, 1917, aged 37. 147177, Private T. Bridges. And behind Private T. Bridges, (203,119) Private ELP, Bosanquet, Royal Berkshire Regiment, aged 41, 1918. Died of wounds in loving memory of a devoted husband and father. Into thy hands. Right, so guys, we've just come in and downstairs. And this is the winch and lift. It connected to the chapel above. And the coffin would rest during a family service, and then the central part of the lift kind of would lower the coffin down. And you can see the wheel to turn it, to you know, to pull it down, and then this is where the coffin would go into the furnace chamber. And I think it can generate temperatures of 980 degrees Celsius. But I say that the heat over years of use have buckled the inside of the iron and the brickwork. But just imagine that is the furnace where the coffins would go. So as I said, this is the old furnace. The coffin would be above that in the chapel area and come down the lift. They would turn this big wheel to bring it down, and then there was probably a way of turning it so it just pushes into the furnace there. But it's actually my first time I've ever seen one. So kind of creepy, but also very, very cool. Right, so guys, that is all from this beautiful cemetery. Only could cover a very, very small part, but you know me, I like to kind of wander off these pathways to find more of the hidden, forgotten ones. But with that being said, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you all soon.